Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, we have a little project today in the midst of so many things we're trying to work on, and I'll show you what we're going to be doing today. So this tabletop we're going to use for a dining room table, but it's an odd size. It's 32 by 50, so you could seat 4 people comfortably at it. Now we think this was in a shed that we cleaned out for a guy that just left it. He moved and left a bunch of stuff and said, take what you want. And this was in there, so they were clearly going to put table legs on this. But judging from the holes that are all lined up on it, all the way around the outer edge, we think it was a desktop. But either way, we're going to clean it up and use it for our dining room table. The top looks really nice, but I can't turn it over right now because Chris just broke it right here at this joint when it was really curved. So we were trying to get it straightened out. He was going to shim it, but he pushed on it and it broke. But that's okay because we're going to screw this piece of plywood onto the back, and that way it'll hold it together really well, straighten it out, and then we can turn it over and sand the actual top and get it stained and use it for a dining room table. We're actually looking forward to having a dining room table, no matter what the size is. We haven't had one for so long. This tiny house, we just get out our little TV tables and eat off of those. That's all we have room for. So we're actually looking forward to this, and of course Chris is happy because he'll still be able to see the TV from the dining table. That's very important. So really looking forward to getting this cleaned up. And in the house I have some legs that I had used on a different tabletop in Ontario, and I kept those, and they're white, so they'll go great with the trim and everything. And it's been raining off and on for a couple days, but we are going to try and get the window in today as well. Chris has got a coat of paint on the barn door for the bedroom, so there's just so many things going on at once. And this morning we found out we had an infestation of mites in the coop again, so we were, you know, I'm out there in my pajamas cleaning out the coop, and there were mites crawling on my face and in my ears and everything, so I didn't have time to record that. Don't really want to anyway. Anything you touch gets the mites on it, so it's just gross. So had to go have a shower, throw everything in the laundry, and you still feel like they're crawling all over you, even after you have a shower. Now, of course, we kept every little scrap of plywood, and that's a good thing because we didn't expect to have to do this. We've got some full length pieces like the 8-foot sheet that a friend of ours needs, and he needs to make baseboard of it, so that's just awesome. We'll give that to him. Of course, he wants to pay us for it. We're not taking money for it. He's helped us out so much. That's just the way we do things around here. My other neighbor gave me some lilies to plant, so I gotta do that too when I find some time. Chrissy's babies are getting so big. Look at them. They actually use the lower branches from this bush, which will be a tree, to perch on. I think that's so cute. I am hazarding a guess. Oh, what did you find, Mommy? Hey, what did you find? I'm thinking 3 roosters and 4 hens. That's what I think. But I can't even handle them enough to look at their neck feathers and everything because they're such little squawkers still. They squawk for Mommy and she attacks me. So, but last night she was trying to escape the coop. Well, the run here. It was bedtime. She wasn't going in, and she was trying to escape. I think she's almost done with being Mommy. These guys still pile in. They all try and pile under her. And they're getting pretty big. So I think she's just about done, which is fine because we need the brooder hutch vacated in a week for Wilma, who's sitting on, I think, 13 eggs. You're a cute little hen, aren't you? That huge chicken that I thought was a rooster, I think might be a hen. She's got the tail feathers that sort of form a V like all of the Americana hens, and she has really skinny little legs. So usually the roosters have pretty thick legs. And she's got the pea comb, like Chrissy too. So I think this is a little hen, probably Wilma's egg. There's another little black one. Oh, there she is over there. I think that might be Chrissy's egg. No comb at all to speak of. And the little one, the little brown one there, I think might be a hen too. I'm thinking that one there is a rooster. The black and brown one beside it is a rooster. And maybe the barred rock. I'm just not sure. Wouldn't that be nice if there was only 2 roosters? I guess we'll see soon. We'll be able to tell pretty soon, won't we, Mommy? And you are just about done with this gig, aren't you? Now, Wilma went off the nest, and I knew by the way she was scratching and picking underneath her wings and everything that it might be mites again. So we have put diatomaceous earth in here, sprayed it with our water, vinegar, and lemon mixture. New bedding, except for this horrible crabby thing here. This one is on about 8 or 10 eggs, I think. And she is so mean and nasty and horrible and pecky. I can't believe she's actually broody and wants to make babies. Wilma's one of the crabbier hens, but not nearly as crabby as this thing. So Wilma's on 13 eggs, so we will know pretty soon whether Buddy is a stud or a dud, won't we? Hey, you're kind of pecky too. She doesn't like me being around her. Even when I try and give her water and food, she pecks me. So anyway, had the mite infestation. We're going to clean it all out again when we go to town and get some more diatomaceous earth. Did you just lay an egg, Hazel? Not too sure about Hazel. She's the oldest hen we've got, I think, now. And she is laying still some. We didn't think she was, but... So anyway, this one has to go into the brooder hutch over here next week. So I will have to put these little guys in with the flock. And then a week and a half later, this one. So I think we're going to have to put the brooder hutch back in this side that we had taken apart, because we thought we would only need one. Anyway, gonna have lots of babies, I hope. Hens only, please, girls. Hens only. I made sure I got one of Hazel's eggs under Wilma. So hopefully we'll get a hen from Hazel. You, I just don't know about. Lots of glue. And of course, he's using 1-inch screws because you want to make sure it's not going to come through the table, top of the table.
Use that just keep it inward.
Yeah, okay. You want me to wait till you're done?
No, just go. I'll start. And see.
Yeah. Slippery.
There.
You want to draw a line with a pencil? Just gonna let this dry because otherwise it'll gum up the sandpaper. Gonna go pick some cherries and come back to this. Well, that dried and sort of didn't feel very well. Might have to do it again. I couldn't even hazard a guess at how old this tabletop is. Like I said, we think it's a desktop, but it's going to make a perfect table for us, and I just love that it's so old and being repurposed. So Chris is going to put some more glue in the crack and then sweep the sand or the dust, because it's so fine, sweep it into the cracks and it'll fill it even better. Sure looks like we're going to get more rain. It's like this from every direction. I was just saying, I have barely had to water anything, the orchard, the garden, anything, the whole summer, which is so nice. I think I can hear thunder. So Chris actually got quite a bit of dust. Nice fine stuff, so he's going to mix that with some glue and fill the holes a little bit better. Do you have to use the palm sander on the edge?
Yeah.
It's a nice curved edge on it. That's another reason we were thinking it was a desktop. It looks like it would make a nice big desktop oak. Chris has started staining the table. He's got the first coat on already. That looks really nice. Well, this looks absolutely fantastic, and better yet, it's so smooth. The sanding just made such a good job of it. Even the edge where the end grain is nice and smooth. It's not perfect, but I don't really want it to be. It's such an old tabletop or desktop, and I just love the stain. I don't really want to go any darker. It's kind of nice to have the wood grain showing, and we've already got this stuff, of course. So Chris is going to put a coat on it, and then we're going to our neighbors to pick black currants because they have so many. They're falling right off the bushes. It's one coat on already. Chris got 3 coats on this table, and it was outside, and we were having supper and it started to pour. I didn't think there was any chance that it was going to rain. It was beautiful sunny skies like half an hour ago. So these are the legs. I got these at Ikea, and I have them on a different tabletop. And I think with the white trim, they're going to look really good. I put some of these fuzzy things on the feet so the floor won't get scratched. Now, place. Garbage. Oh, it's heavier. It's just that plywood. Ta-da! So we've just centered it under the light because it was making Chris kooky. He didn't leave room for a chair at that end when he figured out the light. I should say we. Ta-da! That's perfect. We were worried that light wouldn't be bright enough, but it's perfect for the table. I like those legs with it too.